Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I just did a disturbing reading about Baroness Brooke and if it's Meghan Markle, and the card said yes, it is. And yes, she will be found out. Now, I want to ask, what the hell is wrong with Meghan Markle? Where is this darkness coming from? So I'm going to ask the Dark Mirror Oracle cards. This will be a short and sweet reading. I'm just going to pull three. What the hell is wrong with her? Does she have a dark entity? Has she had a psychotic break? Is she on a lot of drugs? Like, what would make a person act the way she does? What would make a person act the way Meghan Markle does? Like, it's inconceivable to me. We have a lot of mental illness in our family, and it not to the level of Meghan Markle. And we have schizophrenia, borderline personality disorder, multiple personality, not necessarily all the same person, and not to the level of Meghan Markle, not to that level at all. And I just want to three quick cards. What the hell is wrong with her? What is it? Is it a demon? Is it severe mental illness? Is it drugs? What is wrong? What is seriously wrong with this woman? This obsession, this stalking. The temple of my body. The temple of my body. Bride in a cage. I don't know if I read these in reverse or not. The child I was meant to be. What's the underlying? Hiding your true self. Do we have a split personality here? Do we have multiple personality? I think this is telling us something happened in her childhood. Something definitely happened in her childhood. She's the temple of my body. She's very body conscious. She's very, she uses her body to get what she wants in life. I want to show you something. Can you see the claw? Can you see the claw? Look at that. I think look at the how skinny, and the claw. I think this is the temple of her. I think she's learned that anything she wants in life, if she uses her body, she gets it. I think that's all she knows. And I think something happened with the child I was meant to be. I think something happened in her childhood that is now, she's holding this imaginary tree or flower. I think something happened in her childhood, and now with this bride in a cage, she can't get herself, she's fractured. This is actually looking like a fractured bride in a cage. Is she has pigeonholed herself, that she has no way of getting out. That also, bride in a cage, everything she's gotten is because she married up and married up and married up. You know, she married Trevor to get her job, you know, in Suits. Once she got that, you know, then she went, you know, to the Corey. He's supposed to be a famous chef. I'm Canadian. I've never heard of him, but I'm not from Toronto either. So I'm not sure what that was about. But obviously that was a stepping stone to now she's put herself, this bride in a cage, that she is now this duchess. She has pigeonholed herself, and I think in some respects this fractured her consciousness even more, in the sense that that's where the multiple personality has come out, the split personality. Well, at least that's what my cards are telling me. That's what my source tells me. And I think something happened in her childhood, And I think you can read between the lines. I don't want to say what it is, but a lot of children, when something horrific happens in their childhood, they learn to use their body to get what they want. They learn to use their body for love. They learn to manipulate people with sex, and they get their claws into them, and hiding your true self. There's almost to me like a third entity here, like a third entity. So, and sometimes, and I know a lot of people have some problems with Bella Sloan. No, Sloan Bella. But some of the things says are true. And I don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. I don't agree with a lot of the things that she says, but some of the things she says is true. It rings true to me. It rings true from what I have also learned about, and that's where I'm getting the fracturing of the persona, the consciousness. And that also happens. That's the person who has the multiple personality in our family. That's what happened to them. Childhood abuse. And I'm thinking that's exactly what's happened to our subject matter today. And I'm almost looking at one of the things that Sloan Bella mentions is that when the bum, I don't want to say any trigger words here, is violated, that's when dark entities can enter. And that's, I'm seeing this dark entity behind here, and it can really fracture, hiding your true self. Now, when I picked these up, this last card dropped out, and I didn't want to stop my train of thought. Parasite. If you don't believe me, go look. And when I went to pick it up, this dropped it, but I picked it up. Parasite. So I believe she does have a dark entity on her. I believe she has, according to my sources, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, this is just a card reading. I believe that there's some kind of violation. I believe that her personality is fractured. I think it goes beyond narcissistic personality disorder. I think she has multiple personalities, and I think that's how she gets people sucked into her orbit. She's like, how many people say she's the sweetest, nicest thing? And, I'll go back to my own personal experience with somebody with a multiple personality. And I was told all the time, what an amazing person, and she does this and she does that. And I'm like, are we talking about the same person? Because that's not my experience with her. And I think that's what we're seeing here as well. I think once she became the bride and became the Duchess, it was almost too much for her psyche to bear, this new personality that she had to take on. And she just simply didn't know. She simply didn't have a personality that fit into that. And again, I'm just going on by my own experience with dealing with somebody like that. I'm thinking here with this Parasite, number one, she does not know how to do anything or be anything without being on the arm, on the claw of somebody else. And that's why she uses her body to climb up the ladder. That's all she knows. And she becomes the parasite. Oh, look at that. The clock agrees with me. And I'm saying that she has a parasite that needs a parasite. Do you see what I'm saying? So she has a dark entity on her that needs to attach to somebody else and get their energy as well. So we've got a parasite, and that makes her a parasite. And that happens in nature a lot. You'll see some kind of parasite get onto a wasp, and then that wasp will become a parasite. Or no, it's ants. this fungus or whatever makes these ants absolutely crazy. And then these ants attach themselves to a wasp somehow. And it's so the parasite tells the ant to attach itself to something so the parasite gets what it wants. And I think that's the situation we have here. I think there's something something snapped in her the day she got married. And I think it's because she didn't have a personality to cope with that situation. And so now she's trying to create one with all these failed attempts. And I think that's what's happened. The only personalities that she really knows of is her Hollywood personalities. Think about it. The big show, the big 8 SUV security detail, the going to these restaurants with other stars, being attached to other stars, being attached to movies, plastic surgery, wig, like the illusion of everything, living in a home bigger than you'll ever need. All these Hollywood things, right? That we don't understand, like who cares? But yet that was what she grew up with. Those were the personalities that she saw around her, that she attached herself to, that she splintered, that she made all these other personalities about. And that to her, that's why she couldn't cope with the royalty or being in the UK. And she had to get back to California to where her personalities knew, back to Hollywood to where her personalities knew, back to Montecito where a lot of Hollywood A-list stars lived, because that's what one of her personalities wants to be, is this A-list Hollywood star, not a B-list royalty star. And also, once she got married, she really couldn't use her body to get what she wanted. She may have tried. There was those rumors she tried to get her claws on King Charles. He was Prince Charles at that time. She may have tried. She may have tried to get to William, but she found out that her body wasn't going to get her any further within the royal family. Wow. Wow. It explains a lot. It definitely explains a lot. Yeah, I think we're dealing with somebody with, and you can see it in her anonymous accounts on page 6 on New York Post. She'll have anonymous accounts and she talks to each other. And she has, listen, this is something somebody with a multiple personality does. And I know this for a fact because I lived with it. I know it. They'll have different grammar when they're in different personalities. And if you look at her different anonymous accounts, it's the grammar's different. In one account, she won't capitalize. The next, she will. One, she'll make it sound like she's from Deep South. Another one, she'll make it sound like she's from, the upper echelons of New York society. But it's her. And just doing those anonymous accounts, but saying the same thing in a different way with different grammar, that's very, very sure sign of multiple personality disorder. I think we definitely here hiding your true self. There's a split personality here. Does she have a dark entity on her? I think so. I just can't believe this first card with the claw and different shades of skin tone. That's just her. Anyways, that's my armchair psychologist. What the cards are telling me, my sources, I'm in no means a professional diagnoser. This was for fun and entertainment purposes only. And what do you think? I think the cards nailed it. Thank you very much for watching. Please take good care. See you online. Bye for now.